Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man. Good morning, Cadre. It's KJ. Today we're going to do a blindfolded shave. So I'm just going to jump right into the blindfold part, and we'll talk about the why and the what later. I know some other people have done some blindfold videos, and not that they were cheating. I'm not saying anybody was cheating, but some people have commented that there's been a little bit of gap around their blindfolds or whatever. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure there's no doubt at all that I'm not peeking at all, I'm going to do what some magicians do, and that's place a coin over their eye under the blindfold. So you will be absolutely certain that there's no way that I can see out of my blindfold. So I've got some half dollars. These are both birth year half dollars, 1976, the bicentennial ones. So I'm taping the coin over my eye so I can't see through the tape. The tape is completely sealed off. And here we go. Second one is on. There's no way I can see through either of these, but just to be sure, we are going to put the blindfold on. Completely black, can't see a thing. I can't even see any light. There's nothing coming in from anywhere at all. All right, so we're going to be using Iron Throne from CBL Soaps as my soap today. Smells really good. It smells woody, like not woody like lumber, but it smells woody like foresty. I know there's sandalwood, I think there's some cedar, there's some other stuff in there, but I don't really even taste. I don't even really smell those individually. It just poked in my mind. Some people said it smells kind of bay rummy, and it does very slightly. Anyways, we are going to, where did my brush go? There it is. So I kind of am doing sort of a little Game of Thrones theme here, since today is the series finale of the, water. I just spilled my water out. The series finale of Game of Thrones. So that's why I'm using my Iron Throne soap. I picked my Oz brush because of all of the brushes that I have. I thought this one kind of matched the theme aesthetics wise. So we're just gonna go about a 20-second load. Which should be more than adequate. I'm gonna scoop up some of the excess lather like I usually do. Whoa. Rinse my fingers off. Okay. So I hope I have enough soap. I should. CBL soaps are pretty good in that regard. I think I need to move this up just a hair. Anyways, why are we doing this? Well, at the beginning of the year, I started some stunt shaves. So every month there's a new topic, and we've been doing these shaves with each other on the Shaving Cadre forum. A bunch of us make regular vlogs like the one you're watching now, and I can't see anything, so I think this feels pretty good, so we're gonna stop right there. Anyways, we enjoy watching each other's videos, and decided to do this little stunt thing where we do something a little bit different, maybe a little bit dangerous, and have some fun with the shaves. Just throw something else into the mix. Well, I had gotten busy and I wasn't posting very much, and I neglected to start a video this month. So, David Kentucky took up some of my slack and started the blindfold shave, which was actually on my list of things to do anyways, so perfect. So I'm going to be using this Punctal razor, which is super, super light. I think when I weighed it was like 17 grams, which is like insanely light. But the light razor is pretty mild. I should be able to get it around my face without causing any carnage. I did cut myself a couple times yesterday, so I'm hoping I don't reopen any of those wounds. I may feel it, but I'm probably, unless I do feel it, I wouldn't know if I did or not. You'll know, because you'll see me bleed red, but I probably won't know unless I feel something indicative of getting cut. I mean, shave-wise, I mean, I've been doing this for, geez, 9 years. So really the muscle memory is there. It doesn't feel any different, really. Even knowing, like, where I've already shaved and where I haven't, I think I've got a pretty good feel for it. I don't think I missed any spots. No. So, rinse this off and go for pass number 2. We do want to add a little bit of water to this. I'm sure it's getting messy because I have no idea how much water I put in there. Oh, the only thing I did not prep beforehand is my witch hazel. That's a bummer, because I'm still going to use it. I just don't know where it is. Well, I mean, I know where it is, but I was going to bring it out here so I knew where it was, and it was within easy reach, and it's not. Oh well. Now when I did that, I was careful to only touch the safety bar and not the blade, but I just wanted to make sure I had the orientation of the razor before I actually put it on my face. Even flipping that razor around, I didn't really even think about that, but when I flipped that around to the other side, it was just kind of like a natural motion for me to rotate it around, because I flipped it and then I had to rotate a little bit in my hand, and did it nearly perfectly. Okay, got everything? Alright, one more pass, we'll be good to go. Now the cooling, the menthol is really starting to come out in the soap. So there's two different cooling agents in Iron Throne. There's regular menthol, and then there's a synthetic, I think it's WS12. I think we got everything. Just doing a little touch up on some stubborn areas, the jawline especially. Alright, good to go. Rinsing, that ought to be interesting. Since I can't see, and it all feels as slick as everything else, trying to make sure I get all the lather off. Towel. There's some extra tape. Okay, witch hazel. Okay, it's over here somewhere. Find them here. Hey, first try. Right on. It's on my counter, not gonna fall off. So, I got out my first try, which means I'm pretty well established in my routine that I know exactly where to reach to grab my witch hazel. Again, it's all muscle memory. Okay, so I said this was Game of Thrones themed, so my aftershave is also somewhat Game of Thrones themed. So I'm using Agua Brava. So if you've watched the series, you know that Arya traveled to Bravos to do her training, and so Agua Brava, that's why I grabbed that one. And the scent is in the same wheelhouse, sort of, as CBL's Iron Throne. So I thought it was a good match. And I'm being very careful with the glass bottles to make sure I don't spill them. Stings, definitely stings. So I don't know if I had any cuts. I don't know if there's any blood. But it definitely feels like it wasn't the smoothest shave. But I also kind of pushed it right there, and that's the spot that it really stung the most. So, I think I'm gonna try to rinse off my hands without knocking any of those bottles over. Okay, that was it, A to Z shave. I did everything with not being able to see at all. Bright light. like the gremlins. Really? Anyways, so there's my shave cadre. I got shaving cream all over, I see. So, let's see. Oh no, this is where I cut myself yesterday. I don't know if that opened up. Don't really feel anything. Looks pretty good. I think my blindfold was covering up my hairline a little bit. Not that I really had a hairline because I just shaved my head and my face yesterday, so there was no line to be had, I guess. Whatever I did today, I just made the line. So there's my blindfold shave. Actually, it was much easier than I thought it was going to be. I did a test run with the coins to make sure that they were going to completely seal and that the method that I was using was right. And actually, once I was completely shut off from the light, I'm like, oh boy, this is not going to be fun. But really, like I said, once you've done this for so long, the muscle memory takes over. And that's a progression that you learn when you're wet shaving. It's very difficult to get into a routine of getting good consistent shaves at the beginning because you're always trying to adjust the angle, you're trying to adjust the pressure, and it can take, like it took me like 6 months because I would do it for a few months and then my technique would start to slip. And then I have to refocus on the basics of, you know, constant angle, constant pressure, which is little pressure at all. You don't want to have much pressure, especially when you're first starting out learning. But getting the muscle memory built so that your angle's the same, your pressure's the same every time. Now I'm going to vary it depending on the razor. You know, I've got a 17-gram razor. I'm going to have more pressure than if I'm using a 120-gram razor because the weight is different of the razor on my head. So, wow, really smooth, really good shave today. So when you do it over and over and over and over, you build up that muscle memory, and it gets to the point where you don't need to think about the angle, you don't need to think about the pressure, it's just natural, and that's the muscle memory. And so doing this for so long, the muscle memory was there, made the shave very easy, even though I couldn't see. It's basically autopilot for shaving. So as long as I do the shave the same way every day, then you just get into the routine, you follow the routine, you don't even have to see it. So, great challenge, great topic. Thanks for starting this one, Dave. And we will see you guys on the forum later.